Hello again, everyone, and welcome to One-on-One. I'm Martin Falls. Very pleased to have with us a very special guest. She's raised an incredible family. Two of those family members, well, you're going to know when we come back from the break who I'm talking about and who those family members are. It's all next on One-on-One. One-on-One is brought to you by the Law Office of Waits and Downer. Who sang in your family? Did you sing as a child? Or did your mama go around singing around the house?
Well, I had an aunt by the name of Olivia Calloway. And you ever heard of Mahalia Jackson?
I sure have.
She looked just like Mahalia Jackson. And she used to sing all the time she would sing. But my mama used to write poems, Yeah, she wrote this about people will talk.
That is true, huh? She didn't know social media was coming up, Facebook and YouTube.
I learned from then, but then as I got older, I was called and baptized, and I sang in the junior choir, and then from then on, I started singing in the 5th District Baptist Association choir. Mm-hmm. I guess you've heard of Mr. Howard Nixon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, he was our musician.
We've had him on a few times.
Yeah, and Mr. Howard, he is a person, he had a lot of patience with us, because a lot of us didn't come in with the right voice, and he wouldn't make nobody shame. You know, he would say, well, right over here, I want you to sing. Y'all start singing in here. Mm-hmm. And when we finished, he said, y'all did good. And sometime I would go close to him and say, Professor, I said, you hear good. I said, you can hear a raindrop fall from heaven on cotton on earth. And he would laugh at me all the time, but he was a good person, you know, to play music. And then there was another one by the name of Mr. William Simmons and Mr. Sidney Ward. Yeah, they were good.
I heard of all those names.
You have?
I have, all of them. In a choir, everybody has to be on a certain key to harmonize. Mm-hmm. So that takes discipline. Somebody's got to be in their respective chord, and you got to stay in your lane. Right. Y'all had to learn that, didn't you?
We had sopranos, we had altos, and we had bass, and we had tenors.
Mm-hmm. Where were you?
Soprano.
Okay. So music has always been a part of your life.
Yeah.
Does it keep you happy?
Yes, it does.
So when you're having a bad day, and I don't know if you ever really have bad days. I'm sure you're human like everybody.
Yeah, I have good days and bad days, but I don't complain.
So you start singing when you're having a bad day?
Yes.
And it sort of gets you through it, huh?
Take me all the way. I forget about the bad.
Good for you. Mm-hmm. Annie Miller, on one of my first shows, well, when I was filming a movie called Nutrient, she brought me on a boat, and I was filming because we needed alligator shots. And she would bang that chicken on the side of the boat, and she would holler, Mike, Lee, and baby. And 3 alligators would come up. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, my crew went, those alligators are smart. They know their own name. I said, no, there's only 3 in the pond, and they know the sound of that chicken on the side of the boat.
Yeah.
She was a character.
She was. She was nice people. She's very nice. You know, in the country, we live on one side of the street, and it's the railroad track, because they used to have, we call it, the dummy used to come out there and get sugar cane, and they would live on the other side. And when they would go catch possums and coon, they would give it to my mama. When they catch alligator, they would take the skin and they would give us the alligator. My mama would make alligator balls or whatever, you know, and we would eat all of that. Yeah. They would give us a lot of duck eggs and stuff. Miss Annie and them, they were good people. I worked for her. When she had Jimmy and Jera, I used to go and work for her in the evening. I used to babysit them.
A lot of people trusted you with their children.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. You must have come across and been a very trusting type of person.
I used to make them laugh.
Yeah.
I used to teach them hopscotch with stones.
So you had that sense of humor ever since you can remember.
Yeah.
I see your sons laugh every now and then, but they must have got that from you. But, you know, they can be stern too. I guess as a mom, you can be stern too, right?
Yeah. People don't make you happy all the time. There are people that they kind of ruffle your feathers on you a little bit, you know. But you just have to look back at them and tell them, say,
You literally got to take it with a grain of salt, right?
yeah, you just smile at them.
Yeah.
Because there's always a prayer you can say when people do you wrong. I've seen people do a lot of wrong things to people, and it comes back to them, you know. You're not supposed to be ugly to people. You're not supposed to do wrong things to them.
For all of your cases, including those with catastrophic significance, call Waits and Downer Law Firm.
How many children did you have?
I had 5 sons.
Wow.
My oldest son, he passed years ago,
I'm sorry.
Lawrence. He went to Grambling State, like Carl went to Grambling State.
Yeah.
And he played trumpet.
Yeah.
I think it was a trumpet. But anyway, he went to Terrebonne High, and he didn't hold first seat, but he sure kept second seat.
Right. So he's pretty good.
And he used to play music with Mr. Willis, Curtis Willis. They had a band.
So 5 boys.
5 boys.
You had to be tough to keep them in check, right?
Yeah, but they, you know, when we moved from next door to Mrs. Hamilton, because we moved right after they built a turner over there. We moved up in Prince Collins subdivision. And they had empty lots on the back there. And they used to all play out there. They got along good, you know.
Now, we were talking before the show, and I think we need to say it because this is it's a good time to say it, and it's educational, but my dad worked for Union National, and as a child, he would bring me in all the African-American subdivisions. And I remember growing up and hearing the buzz around that, oh, we can't go there. Man, we're going to get killed. Are we going to get mugged? Are we going to get hurt? And I'm going, are y'all talking about the same subdivision that my dad rode in every day? 99% of the people were beautiful people, fun-loving. The 1% may have given them bad headlines, but I've always said, you can go in any neighborhood, white, black, Hispanic, whatever, Indian, there's going to be a 1% that gives everybody a rough name. Where you all live, that's a lot of good people.
Well, we came off the farm, everybody got along. What one didn't have and the other had, we would share, you know. Just like I said, my mama had chickens and they had chicken eggs, and then the next door neighbor, they had ducks and we got duck eggs. We got along with one another. And that's why I don't see now why so many people, you know, they don't get along. But they don't read the Bible. If they would read the Bible, they wouldn't have so much animosity in them. Because when the Lord went to the cross, he went for everybody. He didn't just go for one set of people. He went for everybody.
So religion is what kept you grounded.
Right.
Christ kept you grounded. Now let me ask, you work for the...
We went to Sunday school every morning.
Yeah?
And we stayed for 11 o'clock service. My mama used to make the best old biscuits. They'll melt in your mouth.
Wow.
She'd make those biscuits and she'd bring us some smothered potatoes with smoked sausage. And we would eat that and we would stay for the 11 o'clock service. Then after that, we had Baptist Training Union. They call it BYTU. We would stay after church, and they would teach us the Bible. Now they have Sunday school, too. We would learn the 23rd Psalm. We would learn the 10th Commandment. And then we would learn different parts of the Bible, how to do unto others as you wish for them to do unto you.
Right. I see that in Greg and Carly. Obviously, the point was resonating amongst your family. They looked at you. You, in turn, had looked up to your mom and dad for guidance. I've always said if there's a strong maternal side, because really, in all fairness, when the man's out there overseeing and making everybody working on, it's really the woman that is giving the guidance for spiritual and doing the right thing. Not that the men don't get some credit, but it's really the woman that's holding the family together.
Yeah.
And you saw that as a strong desire for your family.
With my family, my mother and my father, we had to pray. We had to study the Bible.
You said you didn't finish schooling because you had to work. How much of an education did you have before you went and got your extended education on cooking? What was your education based off of?
I knew how to cook, but when I went to school, I had to do portions because we had so many people, children at the school to cook for. So this is the reason why they told me to be a manager at the school. I had to go back and get my GED. I went back and I got my GED. And like I said, I went to Nicholas. I studied at Nicholas 1 year. Then I studied over at LSU. Then I studied out at, Hammond. Southeastern, I think.
Southeastern,
yeah.
correct.
I studied over there, and I got my certificates. Marshall brought them to me at the school, and they was wondering how I did to get mine, and I didn't go the full year like some of the other people who went the full year from first to 12th grade, and they didn't even pass. But I made it, thank God.
For all of your cases, including those with catastrophic significance, call Waits and Downer Law Firm.
How'd you manage all that with all those boys and with your husband and with your normal activity? How did you find time to do all that other stuff?
Well, I tell you what, you just have to make up in your mind what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. But you have to have a strange mind, strong mind to do whatever.
Yeah.
Because if I said, I'm going to go and drive a tractor, if my mind is not really on doing this, I'm not going to do it. I might start it and then stop. But I was determined. I had a family to see after, and I was determined to do whatever I could do to help my family.
You brought up an interesting point. You said you worked at the Diocese of Houma Thibodeau, and you have a strong Baptist background.
Yes.
How did that happen? You might be the first.
My mother and my father,
Okay.
they were strong Christians.
Yeah. So you learned by example. Did you sort of just pick that up naturally, or did they instill it pretty
They
strong?
instilled this in us. You had to learn your prayers.
Right.
You had to learn your prayers, you had to learn the 10th Commandment, and you had to learn the 23rd Psalm.
Yeah. And you memorized it.
Yes.
Okay.
But you see, right now, I don't know if they pray in the school. Because on a Friday, when I was going to the Houma Air Base, there was a lady by the name of Miss Mabel Brown, Mr. Clarence Brown's mother.
Yeah.
We would have something like a little musical I remember I would sing a song. Joe Lagarde would sing a song.
Yeah.
And then this lady, she was a Jackson, she would sing a song. There was another lady that knew how to sing, but she didn't sing. She would just sit down until one of the guys in the class said, "You get up, what you sitting up here listening?" And she got up, and when she started singing, she surprised them.
Really?
See,
She was a hidden jewel.
We was taught this on a Friday at school. Then we was taught at the house about the Lord.
They're starting to pray more in the schools. We did a story not long ago on a young man from Houma Junior High who gathered everybody together at recess. There's too many rules about prayer. For one, if you want to pray, pray. But he gathered them together, and what I'm told is as long as the teachers don't organize it, the students can pray. We got them together and they prayed, and we ran a story on it, and it got so much attention. And I'm glad it got a lot of attention, but it shouldn't be something that's earth-shattering when people pray in the schools. It should be natural. So I agree with you. Let them pray.
That was the first thing we did when we got into the schoolhouse. We prayed. And you know, this helped a lot when prayers changes things. But now they don't pray, and the children just come in and they just say anything. Most of them, and they do anything, you know. But we was brought up on a religious line.
Yeah. And that's why you know, that's a good base. There's no doubt about it. Miss Ruby, you belong to a lot of organizations too.
I belong to J.J. Clement, Order of the Eastern Star. I'm the past president of the Star Baptist Association with Reverend Gilbert Parker. I belong to Terrebonne Parish Women Association. I belong to J.J. Clement, Order of the Eastern Star. And for Terrebonne Parish Women Association, we have the men also. We go from church to church almost every Sunday for Men Day and Women Day. And we fellowship. And the money that, along with the churches, we have about 30-some churches, along with the churches, the pastors, you know, and their members, we get money, and every year we have a banquet, and the money that we get, we distribute it out to different organizations.
Wow. You do a lot.
I like that.
Thank you for that.
The song says, if I can help somebody as I pass along the way, then I know my living will not be in vain. And I know it's not in vain because if it is no more than a penny, the Lord gives you more than a penny back.
For all of your cases, including those with catastrophic significance, call Waits and Downer Law Firm. This one-on-one program has been brought to you by the law offices of Waits and Downer.